Yes, ma'am. This is Mr. Kamal with policeabuse.com.
Hi.
Okay, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. I've got you on a speakerphone. I'm going to be taking some notes and recording your statement. And when we finish talking, I'm going to perhaps make a phone call to the police department to find out what their procedure is for reporting a complaint. And I'll give you some more information about that when we get to that point in the interview. For now, why don't you start by telling me your name, the name of the police department, and then walk me through what happened.
My name is Nicole Vanderbranden. The Connecticut State Police Unit G pulled me over. I guess it was Trooper Buton, B-E-A-U-T-O-N. What happened was it was on a 3-lane highway going southbound on I-95, right over the Salt Bridge. I was approaching someone doing about close to 70, and so I got over into the far left lane to pass by them, and there were about maybe 4 or 5 other cars in front of that person, so I had to go bypass all of them because they were pretty tight-knit together where I couldn't get in. And as I was passing them, some car, which turned out to be the police officer, came up onto my bumper to the point where I could not see his headlights. All I could see was the car behind him, their headlights sprang through the rear windshield through the front. And then we went under an overpass and then into a main, I guess, street area is what I guess would be called. And he put his lights on, pulled me over, and claimed I was doing 90. I have people who will stand behind me and saying that my car will violently shake the second it hits 80. And I know for a fact I was not doing 90.
Okay.
He then approached my window, slammed his badge on my passenger side window. I began to roll it down as far as it would go, which it does not go down all the way. And he said, "What the hell do you think you're fucking doing?"
Okay, did he use those words?
What the hell do you think you're fucking doing? Yeah.
Okay. Was there anyone around who might witness what he said to you?
No one was in the car. I mean, he had his son in his car.
Okay. He had who in his car?
He had his son, I believe it was.
The police officer.
A little child.
The police officer had his son in the car with him?
Correct.
In a police unit?
Yeah.
And he pulled you over while his son was in the car with him?
Correct.
Okay, let's go over this again. And this is Connecticut State Police?
Correct.
Okay, the car that he stopped you in, what did it look like?
From what I could tell, it was silver. It had that little light bulb lantern thing off the left side, the spotlight. Other than that, there were no markings on it whatsoever.
Okay, so this is a car that appears to be an undercover car, or could you tell it was a police car at first blush by looking at it?
It looked to be like an undercover car.
Okay, all right. Now, was he wearing a uniform?
No.
He wasn't wearing
No,
a... Okay, tell me what he was wearing.
It was, from what I remember, it was a blue and green horizontally striped shirt.
Okay, and did he have a badge?
Yes.
Okay, and where was the badge?
He had it, and I guess he was sticking in his pocket because he slammed it up against my window.
Okay. Did he actually physically slam it, or did it just bang up against the window when he got to the car?
It really sounded like he slammed it.
Okay. And when you rolled the window down, that's when he asked you the question?
Yes.
Okay. And the question was, what do you fucking think you're doing?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you say to him when he said that?
I said, I'm on my way home. I don't really understand what I did wrong. I said, all I knew was that a car was on my tail. I couldn't see anything except for the headlights of the car behind it. I said, so I didn't speed up very much, but I did try to, go maybe a couple miles faster so then I could maybe make some space, make myself feel safer.
Okay.
Maybe on my tail, I just can't.
Okay, so someone was riding on your tail and it made you uncomfortable, correct?
Correct. I feared for my safety. I feared for something might happen and crash into other cars on the highway.
Okay, so let me make sure I have this straight. Somebody's tailgating you, you're afraid, you speed up, he pulls you over, and immediately comes to the car, bangs his badge against the window, and then asks you, what do you think you're fucking doing? Is that right?
Correct.
Okay, and you tell him, you're trying to explain that someone was on your bumper and you were trying to get out of the way, is that right?
Correct.
Okay, did he accept your explanation, and if not, what did he say?
He didn't expect it. He just said, I don't fucking care. He told me he clocked me doing 90.
He said he clocked you doing 90. Okay, here's the concern that I have, and it's one that you should certainly be concerned about. I don't think that he was working a traffic detail, meaning that I don't think he had any business stopping you, and I can almost guarantee you he didn't have any business stopping you if he had his kid in the car. He's probably violated about 4 policies by having that kid in the car during the traffic stop. How old was the kid?
From what it looked like, maybe 7 or 8. Couldn't have been older than 12, is it?
So a kid from 7 years old to perhaps 12 years old at the oldest was in the car with him.
In the front passenger seat.
Was he wearing a seatbelt?
When I looked back, it didn't look like it. He may have taken it off when the trooper pulled me over.
But you could see him in the rearview mirror.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Here's the deal. Couple things. You definitely have an unprofessional conduct charge for him making that remark to you. That's dead certain. Now, even though you don't have any witnesses, he may have been recording it, or he may have a dashboard cam or some other device in the car that was recording. The second thing I want to tell you is I've worked undercover units, and I've worked details as a detective, and when you're on that kind of an assignment, yeah, you can jump into something if you see a serious crime taking place, but he's going to be roundly criticized if this department is like most departments. You don't get into any off-duty incidents pulling people over when you've got a bag in the car, a 12-year-old kid, which is going to be in the middle of it. If you had been a burglar or a robber or somebody who had committed a felony, you could have turned that whole thing around and taken his kid hostage or something. That kid should not be in the equation. So he's got some problems. See, I don't think anybody thinks that this is, or at least he doesn't think that anyone's going to find out because, you're not going to complain. You got the ticket, maybe you'll just eat it and go away. But if you're going to fight this, you've already got him in a position where I think he's going to have some problems. Okay? All right? So let's, so tell me what else happened, and then I'm going to make a call to the police department.
He went back to his car. Took him a while. I looked back at one point, and it looked like the kid was attempting to, I guess, in the car, pretend to drive erratically, like with a steering wheel, moving his body back and forth rapidly.
What?
He took probably about 20 minutes, came back, and said he's having my car towed off the highway. Apparently my license was under suspension. And when I asked him, just because my car is an SUV, for my own concerns, I said, I'm just asking, is it a flatbed tow truck? And he said, what the hell do you think I am? Stupid? Of course it's a flatbed.
He said, I'm listening. Say that again. Give me the words that he used again at the end.
He said, what the hell do you think I am? Stupid. Of course it's a flatbed.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. All right, I'm looking for something right now. All right, I'm on the Department of Public